you are willing and able, connect with the person next to you, turn to the person next to you and ask, would you hold my hand? Say yes or no, give no other response. Now I'm saying no, not saying yes. We'll see how long you can hold hands. Was that uncomfortable? Did it seem inappropriate for me to ask? Had I said a shoulder massage, would that have been less awkward? In our society, we relegated touch for babies, small children, and lovers. As a professional platonic touch and cuddling specialist, people pay me to experience touch. This industry is growing because people are realizing that it's really difficult to access platonic touch. So, what's platonic touch? Platonic touch is a touch that's kind, gentle, present, and it's definitely absent of romanticism and our sexual intention. It's not the kind of touch that makes it platonic. It's the intention behind it. So, examples, right? What does it look like? It's like some of you are doing right now. It can be as simple as holding someone's hand all the way up to a full embrace, where I'm holding the client and the client is holding me for an extended period of time, and everything in between. Touch is one of the 5 fundamental love languages described by Dr. Gary Chapman in his seminal book, The 5 Love Languages. But did you know that people can be touch-starved even in relationships? And those not in relationships, our society has few ways for us to engage in platonic touch. It's not uncommon for my clients to tell me, hey, so I'm not going to tell anyone I was here, right? The majority of my clients don't want anyone to know that they see me. Shame, the feeling that something is wrong with me, with you, with us is pervasive. The need for platonic touch is seen as a weakness, not acceptable or appropriate. Like, why should I pay for something that should be free? We're ashamed of our loneliness, and we feel impotent to be able to meet our touch needs. At the same time, many of us have experienced touch that's not been safe, appropriate, asked for, or consensual. Raise your hand if you're willing. If you've at one time in your life have experienced touch that's not been safe, appropriate, asked for, or consensual. Case in point, here in San Antonio, we all know that one person that when they see us, they run up to us and they give us a squeeze, and we embrace ourselves. In my family, it's expected that I give a kiss on the cheek to every relative that I see. And while this is widely accepted in our culture, it's rare that a hug is offered or asked for. It's expected that everyone wants to be touched in this way. And actually this can make touch less accessible because many of us have our defenses up. Touch is taken from us, not requested. For this reason, many people think that this is what I do. Yeah, it seems creepy and a little gross. Many people can't imagine what I do because the touch that they've received has not felt good. It's not been consensual. We are both afraid and ashamed of touch. We don't trust touch. And yet, here is the truth about touch. It is the first sense we experience in the womb, and it is the last sense we keep intact until our very last breath. Research shows that children, they need touch. They can't thrive without it, and if they don't have it, they can suffer developmental and cognitive disorders. I'm here to tell you that we never grow out of our need for touch. Again, we never grow out of our need for touch. It's essential for living. It's as important as the air we breathe and the water we drink. Our skin, the largest organ in our body, was created to be experienced with others. So, What's the problem with touch in our society, you may ask? There's many, many things. Here are a few reasons. 1 in 5 children experience sexual molestation. 1 in 4 children are beaten by a parent to the point of a mark being left on their body. 1 in 6 women survive attempted or completed sexual assault. And 1 in 3 couples engages in physical violence. And these are the reported numbers. Addressing this problem by just teaching on consent is not reaching the core of the problem. I'm here to propose that our touch disease of touch abuse, touch aggression, touch deprivation, and touch aversion is requiring an intense touch care approach. Tiffany Field, the head of the Touch Research Institute at the University of Miami's Miller School of Medicine, has done numerous studies on the power of massage and touch for adults and children alike. Touch is having a profound effect. We're seeing it's lowering high blood pressure, body inflammation, heart rate, cortisol levels, amongst many other things, as well as improving the quality of life. Now that's with the body. What's going on in the brain? For example, our veterans are experiencing all levels of trauma, and it's not uncommon to have touch trauma. And while we've been trying to figure it out with talk therapy, we're recognizing that it's not enough. Neuroscience is inviting us to activate the brain's amazing neuroplasticity. And what these touch trauma people need are positive touch experiences that contradict those touch trauma stories they keep reliving. And that's what I do. Now you may ask, okay, what about the research? There is no research. Absolutely nothing based on what I do exactly, which is a platonic touch and cuddling session where there's a mutual and consensual giving and receiving of touch, where communication is also very important. Meanwhile, how do we begin to access this? And it's kind of difficult amongst our family and friends. I have a single male client who told me his family made it very clear that it was not okay for him to touch his niece and nephew because of the family fears around single men, touch, and sexual abuse. Although sexual abuse definitely is a real concern, when he heard that, he immediately shut himself down and decided he's never going to touch anyone ever again in his family. We don't trust men that they are able to engage in platonic touch. And I'll tell you that men tell me that they don't think they can do it either. So how do we do it? How do we begin to bring platonic touch back into our communities? Raise your hand if you are getting all the touch that you want and need to thrive in life. Very few of you. And I recognize that question can be difficult, and it exposes something real. There is a need for platonic touch and cuddling sessions, and a more intensive protocol that I created called rehabilitative touch therapy. This is what my work can look like. Some of my clients just desire to be nurtured and have that connection. They desire to be held. It feels really good. And in that moment, when they're in that hold with me, they recognize that this all stems from a need that was a broken and non-existent bond with their mother or parent. Other of my clients are playful and in self-discovery. For them, they're trying to figure out who they are. Touch is an exploration, while others feel shame about their bodies and about themselves. And my non-judgmental presence in touch they're able to see that shame and begin to release it and see that they're okay. But the majority of my clients are burned out. They're overworked, overstressed, and overadulting. They just want a moment where they can be free from responsibilities in a space that's accepting and nurturing. But there are no expectations, no pressure, and no performance required. Trauma and heartbreak can happen at any age, oftentimes before language has come online. Not all of our memories are stored in our brain. Our bodies have these stories and emotions, and when a person experiences a safe and trusting touch, those emotions come to the surface and can be released, sometimes in tears. Now, I know what you're thinking. I have prospective clients that say, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think you can have touch without sexual intention. I remind them that most healthy relationships long for a time when there can be a mutual giving and receiving of touch, where no sex is required, just being together. The sad irony is that these same clients, once they reach retirement age, all they want to do is cuddle with their wives, and their wives want nothing to do with them after years of touch betrayal. So I think I hit a nerve there. People identify with that. The trust has been broken. It's not uncommon to meet a client that has 10 to 20 years in their marriage with absolutely no touch, sometimes more years without sex. We have an epidemic of touch deprivation. So, by the way, let's see. Is anyone still holding hands? Anyone? What if platonic touch was safe? What if platonic touch was natural? What if platonic touch was appropriate? What if platonic touch was welcome? What if platonic touch was asked for, offered, consensual? The first step is believing that this is possible. At the beginning, I asked you to connect with the person next to you. Imagine what your life could look like if you continue to seek out these connections. Are you brave enough to do this? So, let's try again. Connect with your neighbor and ask, would you give me a hug? Yes and no are appropriate responses.